how are you? Are you okay? Did you have a good holiday? A good little break from English? Maybe? Maybe you worked in the garden some more? Maybe you tidied the house again? Well, here in Bly, the weather was quite rainy for a few days. But now we have beautiful sun. It is sunny today. Spring, the season, spring has finally arrived. Yes, so I am happy. So, and soon we will be free. Yes, we will be free to go in the town, to go to shops and buy more things. Okay, well, did you work on your English? Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. But you had the homework in the workbook here, and also you had the vocabulary from last lesson. So, do you remember the vocabulary? We will see. We will see. So, how do you say in English? How do you say j'espère or espérer? J'espère quelque chose. Yeah, it's I hope. I hope. Okay, good. How do you say la semaine dernière? Yeah, it's last week. Last week. For last week, we don't say the last week. No. There is no the. Just last week, not the last week. Okay? How do you say, for example, the euro, the dollar, the pound? How do you say la monnaie or la devise? Yeah, it's the currency. It's the currency. The currency is the money in a country. So un bureau de change is a currency exchange. Okay, and a distributeur, this is a cash machine, so it's easy. Or sometimes it is written ATM, an ATM or a cash machine, ATM. Okay, how do you say un petit peu? Yeah, it's a little bit, petit peu, a little bit. You noticed. Yes, my beard has grown a little bit. Now we have the Corona beard, the Corona hair. Yes. And maybe in the fridge, the Corona beer, maybe. Okay. How do you say malheureusement? Malheureusement. It's unfortunately. Unfortunately. Good. And how do you say il y a très longtemps? Il y a très longtemps. A long time ago. So, a long time ago, we could go into shops and buy things a long time ago. But soon We will go again. Now, how do you say à l'extérieur? Yes, outside. À l'intérieur, inside. So we are inside and we want to go outside more. Okay. And how do you say, one more, how do you say hier? Yeah. So remember the Beatles. So yesterday, yesterday. Okay, good. Now, in the last lesson, we talked about the past of the verb be and the past of the verb can. And remember, can, c'est pouvoir, mais aussi savoir, dans le sens savoir faire quelque chose. So I can ride a bike, a bicycle. Okay. Now, what is the past for be? So I am now. I am, and in the past, I was. I was. Okay. Or he or she, my friend Bob, for example. So he is, and in the past, yeah, he was. He was. Okay, so I was and he was. There's no change. It's the same word. Okay, now how do you say so are in the past? So you are is the present, and the past you were. You were. So now you are inside. Yeah. 3 weeks ago, or maybe more, maybe 2 months ago, you were outside. So you were, or they were, okay? Or we were together some months ago. Now remember, just for pronunciation, when we speak naturally, we don't always say were. No, we say were. So we were together. No, normally we say we were together. We were together. So the pronunciation for were is often were. We were there. Okay? I'm sorry, it's not my fault. Okay? It's just like that. It's how we speak. So was and were. This is the past for the verb be. Do you remember the past for can? So I can ride a bicycle now. And in the past, I could ride a bicycle. Okay? Yeah, we talked about Picasso, I think, last time. He could paint when he was very young. Okay? Or I could ride a bike when I was 6 years old, I imagine. And now I can ride a bike. It's not the same bike. It's too small. Now, so yes, talented individuals. I want to talk again about talented individuals and the past. Now, take the student's book, here we are, and turn to page 42. Page 42. Okay, so here we have these two people. Yes, we have Nicola Benedetti and Gio Benedetti, two talented people. So I think you can imagine where they come from. Where do you think they come from? Benedetti, probably Italy. I think, yes. Gio, look here. Gio, I can imagine he is a mafia boss, maybe from Italy, maybe not. Never a stereotype in my lessons, never. Okay, well, we have a talented family. So you can imagine what Nicola can do. Look, here we have, yes, we have the violin. So in fact, she can play the violin very, very well. Okay, so look at here. Whoops, here we are. Ooh, where is it? Look at the introduction here. Okay, and you can read with me. Okay, so Nicola Benedetti or Benedetti, I don't know. Nicola Benedetti is a world famous violinist. She was the BBC Young Musician of the Year in 2004 when she was 16. She lives in Chiswick, West London, near her sister Stephanie, who is also a violinist. Their father, Gio Benedetti, is a businessman. He lives with his wife, Francesca, in Scotland. Okay, so you can imagine world famous. So you are famous all around the world. You are world famous. So famous, célèbre, voilà, connu mondialement. So you're world famous. Okay, BBC Young Musician of the Year is a prize, an award every year on television, and it's a very, very high quality classical musician. It's classical music for the BBC Young Musician of the Year. Okay, and Chiswick, we don't pronounce the W. It's just a place in London. It's not important. Okay, so their. Do you remember their father? So leur père, their father. Businessman. Yeah, homme d'affaires. Very good. And Scotland's, c'est l'Écosse. Okay, excellent. Okay, good. Now, so what? Look here, exercise number 2. Okay, so what? Or can you reply? Can you answer me? So what does? This is question number 1. What does Nicola do? Yeah. She's a violinist. Et n'oubliez pas l'article a. She's a violinist. She's a violinist. Okay. Why was 2004 special for her? Yeah. Because she won the BBC Young Musician of the Year award. There's a win in the present, in the past, won, win, won. Maybe you remember your irregular verbs. Yeah, so win, gagner, bon prix. Okay. Where does she live? Where does Nicola live? Yeah, she lives in Chiswick in West London. Good. What does her sister do? She is also a violinist. They are both violinists. They are both violinists. What does her father do when he is not in the mafia? Yeah. He's a businessman. Yeah. Sometimes his name is Don Benedetti, I imagine. So now we have conversations with Nicola and Gio. Okay, and they talk about their passion for business, their passion for music. They don't share the same passions. Okay, you can imagine. It's a very different life. Now, what I want to do, okay, is I will read the text for Nicola and the text for Gio, and you can read the text with me aloud if you want to practice your pronunciation. Okay, and then you can stop the video, okay, and answer the questions, okay, for Nicola and for Gio. Okay, so first, read the text with me. We'll read the text for Nicola, okay, and read the text aloud, okay, if it isn't too ridiculous for you, okay? So very good. Now, so Nicola Benedetti, we have a passion for music. Okay, so are you ready? Yes, I am. So, when I was young, music wasn't very important in our house. Then, when I was 4, I started playing the violin. In my first lesson, I was so happy I couldn't stop crying. My dad, Gio, was always busy. He was very hard-working. His parents were poor. So he wanted to give me and my sister everything. I like hard work too. And I know what I want. If someone says to me, "You can't do that," I think, "Oh yes, I can." That's very like my dad. But my dad's a businessman, and I'm an artist. Money is very important to him, but for me, success isn't the same as earning lots of money. He likes the music I play, but he doesn't like classical music very much. I teach him about music and he tells me about business. My sister and I are very close. We sometimes play together, not professionally, but at family occasions like weddings and at Christmas. I live for my work. I never want to stop. Music is my life, she says. Okay, good. Now maybe there are one or two words which are strange. So you can see we start to have the past tense. We have was and were, yeah, could, and also, so I started playing violin. I started playing violin. J'ai commencé, I started. Or he wanted, donc il voulait ou il a voulu. Yeah, he wanted. Yeah, he wanted to give me everything. Okay, good. So we have I couldn't stop crying. Now, remember, with certain verbs, we prefer the next verb with ing. Yeah, it's just a list. So remember, I like reading. I like, stroking my beard, for example. Yeah, and start and stop. These are verbs where we normally use ing. So I started crying. I stopped crying. Okay? Or I start working normally at 8 o'clock. I stop working at 6 o'clock in the evening. Okay, good. Now, the pronunciation, so this is busy. Busy, this is the pronunciation, is it busy. I know it's strange. Hard-working. C'est quelqu'un qui travaille dur. He's a hard-working man. Travailleur. Okay, good. So to earn money, do you remember to earn? Yeah, c'est gagner, mais c'est pour travailler. So I work and I earn money, but I play roulette in the casino and I win money. Okay, so she earns money for the violin. And you can see, so here, just here, this paragraph, she says, my sister and I are very close. Now, the pronunciation is close. Donc, près, voilà, on est proche. So we're close. And the pronunciation, si le son c'est proche, c'est a s. Yeah? So we are close. Nous sommes proches. Yeah? If it is the verb, the pronunciation is different. So, je ferme la porte. Yeah, I close the door. Donc, si le verbe c'est fermer, c'est prononcé avec un z. Okay? I close the door. So to close. Mais si c'est proche ou près, it's close avec un s. Okay? Mais l'orthographe, c'est le même orthographe. One is an adjective, close. One is a verb, to close. Okay? Now, stop the video. Okay? And try to write the answers here on a piece of paper for exercise 3, the questions for Nicola. So find the answers. Okay, and then I will ask you the questions and you can answer out loud. Okay, ready? Is it an exciting opportunity? Yeah. Okay, so stop the video and write some answers. Okay. Okay, good. So I will ask you the questions and try to answer out loud. Cover your notes. Try to answer the question when I ask the question. Okay? So, was music important in her family? Good. So maybe you said, no, it wasn't important. Yeah, the past of be. In number 2, how old was Nicola when she could play the violin? Yeah. Maybe you said, yeah, she was 4. Your number 3, did her father work hard? Yes, he did. He was hard working. Now remember, the short answer, we repeat the auxiliary verb. So yeah, so do you like tennis? Yes, I do. Can you play golf? Yes, I can. Will you go to Honolulu next year? Yes, I will. So the past for do is did. So did her father work hard? Yes, he did. We repeat the auxiliary. Now question number 4. Were were her grandparents rich or poor? Yeah. Maybe you said they were poor. They were poor. Good. Well, number 5. Is money important to Nicola and her father? Maybe you said, yeah, it isn't important to Nicola, but it is very important to her father. Okay. Now, does her father like classical music? So maybe you said, no, he doesn't. Remember the short answer, we repeat the auxiliary. Does he like classical music? Yes, he does, or no, he doesn't. So, no, he doesn't. He doesn't like classical music very much. Or number 7, what does she teach her father? What does he teach her? Maybe you said she teaches him about music, classical music, and he teaches her about business, mafia business. Okay. Well, number 8. I'm sorry for the mafia jokes. I'm sorry. Number 8. When does she play the violin with her sister? maybe you said she plays the violin at family occasions with her sister. Okay, well, very good. Now, the same thing, the same exercise with Gio. Okay, so read the text with me out loud again. Okay, so Gio Benedetti, a passion for business. Okay, so I was born in a small village near Lucca in Italy. We were poor, but happy. When I was 10, I came to Scotland to live with my uncle. It was very difficult. When I was 16, there was a beautiful car, a Jaguar, in the shops, but I couldn't afford it. It was too expensive, so I started a business to make money, a dry cleaning business. Soon there were 15 shops, and by the time I was 19, I could afford the Jaguar. That was a very good day. Nicola was always independent, like me. She could play the violin when she was 4. Now she plays concerts all over the world. I am so proud of her. She practices for 7 hours a day. Scotland is so proud of her. Everybody knows her now. I can't play any musical instruments. I like country and Western music, but not classical. Nicola knows what she wants. She has a passion to succeed, like me. And she works very hard to get it. When she plays the violin, she's passionate. That's the Italian in her. When I see her play, I often cry. I can't help it. I'm very sentimental. Okay, good. J'espère, I hope you read the text with me. So again, maybe there are 1 or 2 words which are strange. So in the second paragraph, he says, I couldn't afford the car, the Jaguar. I couldn't afford it. So to afford something means you have the ability, the means to pay for something. Yeah. So if something is affordable, you have the money to pay. C'est abordable. It's affordable. Vous avez le moyen. So if it is unaffordable, it is too expensive. And to afford something is a verb. It's to have the ability to pay, to have the money to pay. So, I don't know, This restaurant is too expensive. I can't afford it. I can't afford the restaurant. Or maybe I want to go to Antarctica on holiday. Ah, fantastic, Antarctica. But it's very expensive. I can't afford it. It's too expensive. Okay. He has a dry cleaning business. So dry cleaning, c'est un pressing. It's for clothes. So you dry clean your clothes. So dry, c'est sec ou sèche. And to clean, c'est nettoyer. So voilà, nettoyage sec, if you like. So dry cleaning. It's not un pressing. Pressing, this is French. Okay. Now he says, by the time I was 19. So you can say when I was 19. So it's the time until 19. Quand on utilise by, des fois c'est le date ou le moment butoir, si on veut. So, give me your work by tomorrow, d'ici demain, or voilà. Yeah, so des fois c'est d'ici et la date. Or des fois c'est juste quand. So when I was 19, so quand j'avais 19 ans. Okay, in this context. So I was proud. I was proud of Nicolas. So proud, so fier. Good. Okay. And she practices, elle répète, she practices for 7 hours a day, par jour. 7 hours a day. Good. Now he says here, I can't play any musical instruments. Now, why do we use any? I can't play any instruments. Yeah, it's for a negative sentence. Yeah, so I can play some, quelques. I can play, it's positive, some instruments, but negative, we don't use some, we use any. So I can play some instruments, or 0, I can't play any instruments. Okay, or maybe in my fridge I have some cheese. Yum yum yum. Or maybe it's a disaster. I don't have any cheese in my fridge. Oh, terrible situation. Mais ne paniquez pas, on va regarder ça plus tard dans le livre. C'est juste pour mentionner ça. Okay, now, so she has a passion to succeed, pour réussir. And she works hard to get it, to get, pour l'obtenir, to get it, to get success, pour l'obtenir le succès. And she says, well, he says, when I see her play, I often cry. I can't help it. Je ne peux pas m'empêcher. Je ne peux pas m'empêcher. I can't help it. I can't stop myself. Okay, good. Now, like before, comme avant. So look at the questions here. Stop the video. Write some notes, and then again, I will ask you the questions, and you can say the answers out loud. Okay? Okay, so Here we go. Questions for Gio. So, where was Gio born? Maybe you said he was born in a small village near Lucca in Italy. Good. Number 2. Why couldn't he afford the Jaguar car? Maybe you said because it was too expensive. Or maybe you said because he couldn't afford it. Number 3? What was Gio's business, official business? He was, or maybe you said he was a dry cleaner. Maybe you said he had, or he started a dry cleaning business. Dry cleaning, very good for money, to clean the money, maybe. Okay. How many hours a day does Nicola practice? Maybe you said she practices for 7 hours a day. Hours is strange. Normally we pronounce the H, the H. Certain words we don't pronounce the H. So honest, we don't pronounce the H. Hour, we don't pronounce the H, but normally we pronounce the H. Hotel, for example. But hour, no. Question number 5. Can Gio play a musical instrument? So maybe you said the short answer, no, he can't. He can't play any instruments. Okay? Not even the mandolin. Oh. Number 6. What music does he like? And what doesn't he like? Maybe you said he likes country and western music. Terrible music. Okay. And he doesn't like classical music. It's a disaster. He has 2 daughters who play the violin, and he doesn't like classical music. It's a disaster. Or number 7, does Nicola work hard? So the short answer, yes, she does. Does she? Yes, she does. Can she? Yes, she can. Will she, the future? Yes, she will. Okay. Did she, au passé? Yes, she did. Okay, good. So yes, she works hard. Well, finally, number 8. Why does he cry? Cry, c'est plutôt pleurer. Voilà. Plutôt pleurer, pas crier. So why does he cry? Because maybe you said because he's sentimental. Oh, okay, good. Now look at number 5 here. Look at the language work. Okay, so who does each adjective refer to? Is it an adjective for Gio? Is it an adjective for Nicola? Is it an adjective for Nicola's sister? Maybe. Okay. So who is hard working? Yeah, it's Gio. Well, Gio and Nicola, they are both hardworking. So it's an adjective for both of them. Tous les deux, both of them. Who were poor? Yeah, her grandparents were poor. His parents were poor. Important? Yeah, it's for both of them, tous les deux. So music is important for Nicola, money is important for Gio. Classical? Yeah, it's the music. It's classical music. Classical music, with violins, orchestras. Classic music is not the same. Classic music, you can say, oh, it's a classic. It's famous, célèbre. Now, I don't know. Johnny Hallyday is classic rock. In France, Johnny Hallyday is not classical music. So classical music is the orchestra. Okay. Closeness, yeah, it's for the sisters. The sisters are close. What was difficult? Life in Italy was difficult. What was expensive? Yeah, the Jaguar was expensive. Who is independent, autonome? Yeah. Well, both of them, Gio and Nicola, are both independent. Who is proud? Yeah. Gio is proud. Who is passionate? Nicola is passionate when she plays the violin. And who is sentimental? Gio is sentimental. He is a sentimental businessman. which is, well, maybe it is rare. Okay. Well, very good. Now, maybe you want some homework. Maybe you want some homework, I think. Now, for homework this week, there are 2 things to do. Okay. The first part, so in the workbook parts or the section in the photocopy, can you complete? Where are we? Yeah. Can you complete page 31? So page 31, just exercise number 7. So you must identify some verbs. And remember to continue to learn the irregular verbs. Yeah, because we start talking now in the past. So practice your irregular verbs. So complete page 31, just number 7, not this part, just number 7. And also, in the first part of the book, in the student book, can you also look at page 108? It's just some terms in emails and terms for jobs. So in the different part of the book, on page 108, here we are, you have a formal email applying for a job. So in this, we have Carl. Carl is a student. Okay, he wants a holiday job. So here we have some questions. So first, just to practice, can you think, what are the questions? And you have the information here. So what are the perfect questions? Okay, and I will give you the answers next week. Okay, so there's no answer in the book, but write the questions for number 1. Number 2, so this is une pub. Yeah, this is an advertisement, une publicité. It's an advertisement. C'est pas un avertissement. It's une publicité. It's an advertisement. Okay, for a job, for a tourist guide. So why is Carl interested in this job? Okay, it's where you can see. So, for example, is he over 18? Okay, so this is just to look at the advert. And then exercise number 3. So Carl wants to apply for the job. Donc postuler, voilà, postuler pour un travail, voilà, ou faire la candidature. This is to apply for a job. Okay, j'ai postulé, voilà, I applied for a job. So here is his email, and this is the best exercise. So you see we have the email, Dear Ms. Yates. Okay, so look at the information and try to complete the email here. We have a strange expression in correspondence at the bottom here on page 108. He says, I look forward to hearing from you. This is very common in correspondence, in emails. Donc, voilà, dans l'attente de votre réponse. In English, the equivalent is I look forward to hearing from you. Dans l'attente de votre réponse. Okay? I look forward to hearing from you. It's a standard expression. Ou j'ai hâte de faire quelque chose. I look forward to something. And a holiday resort, here, c'est juste un lieu touristique. Yeah. Like Club Med is a holiday resort. Un complexe pour les touristes. A hotel with a beach, etc. Swimming pool. It's a resort. Okay, good. So complete number 1 and number 3 and read number 2. And I can give you the answers next week. So yeah, that's okay. So in the student book parts, exercise 7, page 108, 1 and 3, and look at number 2. And of course, learn the vocabulary for today. Okay, so see you next week, I hope. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.